What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here. As always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great night. It is Friday tomorrow. It's Super Bowl weekend. The season is about to go to bed. And of course, right as the NFL honors come through, we hear about the Dallas Cowboys. Whew. Dallas Cowboys are going to be hiring Mike Zimmer. Congratulations, Mike Zimmer. Welcome back to the shit show that is the Jerry Jones Dallas Cowboys, aka Camp Cupcake. Um, I'm okay with Mike Zimmer coming here, and I'm hoping that Mike Zimmer has already been paying attention to what's going on, and what the news with the Cowboys is. Um, DeMarcus Lawrence, I missed it earlier today. We left Waynesboro and drove back up here. It's about a 3-hour trip and things. So concentrating on the road, not, doing all that stuff. So I didn't see it till later on this evening when Walker Wade shared with me Law Nation's clip of it where D-Law was asked, what happened? What happened to you guys against the Packers? And he said, it's a tough season and things, and we were tired. Tired. I'm going to do something here that you guys, I know I have told these stories over and over and over again, okay? I am old, okay? When I played football, we were Neanderthals, okay? We were cavemen, okay? Things were different. For example, when you were blocking in the offensive line, you couldn't use the palm of your hands. You actually had to use your fists, and they had to stay inside of your shoulders, like this. So we actually had almost like boxing gloves. We would have forearm pads because if you didn't, your forearms would get shredded. We would tape our fingers together because literally they would just get ripped to shreds because that's how you had to block with your fist. I'm old. For today's players, I make fun of saying that this generation is everybody gets a participation trophy, okay? Johnny, you didn't play a play, but you were on the team. Here's your trophy. Everybody is such a namby-pamby. Everybody is so weak, I want you to understand, I grew up in a house that we didn't have air conditioning. My parents' house had a galvanized metal roof outside. It was a porch roof outside my window. The sun would come up on that window and heat up that roof. When you put the fan on there, it's just blowing in hot air from outside. We would go outside to play because it was cooler outside. We didn't come back until it was dark. These kids today, they sit in their mama's basement playing video games and don't understand what the heat is like. Tired. See, this is where, when I go to training camp, and this is where I'm kind of like, I'm talking about going again this year, but it's not like it used to be. Like when you used to see Tennessee drills. Most of y'all wouldn't even know what a Tennessee drill was if it hits you upside the head. But you had a running back, an offensive lineman, a defensive lineman, a wide receiver, and a D-back or a linebacker. And you had some cones. And the running back had to run between the cones. And it was the offensive lineman's job to knock the defensive lineman out of there. The defensive lineman, he's tackling the running back. And vice versa. It's live. 100% live. It is tackling to the ground. We did this kind of stuff every day. We called it the monster machine. The monster machine was spring-loaded, and it had a dummy on it. When the coach pulled the pin, that sucker is flying. And you had to get in a stance. You had to hit that sucker, wrap it up, and drive it back, the hook on it. I remember this one time, guy goes up there, try and tackle it, that sucker launched his ass backwards. I remember hitting the sled. The sled had a seat for the coach. He had steering wheel and he had brakes. And so he could slow that sucker down and you were pushing that sucker all over the damn field. For all I know, there might have been blades on it. We might have been cutting the grass on the field for all I know. And so you guys don't understand the struggle of going out on a grass field with the morning dew because you got 2-a-day practices that are full pads, full go. Oh, and mind you, we used to have a special team practice in pads. You want to know what it was like back in the day? You don't know football until you understand the smell of your shoulder pads. When you put them on, they feel slimy because the sweat from the other two practices you had that day are just kind of like turning into some biological creature. That thing, it is cold, and it's just slimy, and it stinks. Tired. Shout out to Law for sharing what Jimmy Johnson said. Because Jimmy Johnson took the quote from Patton, World War II. Fatigue makes cowards of us all. When you're tired, you just want to give up. You want to run to your mommy. I'm tired. I hope Mike Zimmer, because here's the thing. When I go to training camp and I see the players, they come out on the field, they sign some autographs and stuff, they throw a few passes and catch a few here. You'll see a little bit, a little one-on-one with the defensive lineman over here and stuff. You'll see the guys with the pads, a few guys with pads and stuff. I don't see no sled work. I don't see no major stretching. I don't even see gassers. And I remember the last time I was at training camp. Now I did miss the first padded practice because I landed that morning and then had to drive up to Oxnard. But I was there for the padded practice on Tuesday. I got pretty good practice. They were actually scrimmaging. They were actually hitting a little bit. And then we were supposed to have a scrimmage on Wednesday. And that sucker was a walkthrough scrimmage for 30 minutes. And then Thursday, it was a special teams walkthrough. Friday was a day off. That was a week's worth of work. You have 14 padded practices during the season. That's it. And you're tired? You're tired? See, this is the problem of being them boys. Being them boys and having the star facility. What's the point of having this star facility if they ain't working out enough that they're tired? Is this like Rocky when he was taking on Ivan Drago? I must break you. And Ivan Drago's got all this equipment and everything. They're shooting him up with everything and chemicals. And you got Rocky out there in the snow with logs on his head, actually putting in the work. And he ended up he didn't get tired. He didn't get tired. Ivan Drago got tired, but Rocky didn't. This is maybe where the Cowboys need to go back to some fundamentals. Because when you tell me you're tired, bro, that ain't an excuse. I'm going to make a long story short because I remember what my coach did to us at JMU. We having a practice there, and the coaches seem a little more agitated than usual. They cussing and screaming, y'all dogging it. So we get to the end of practice where we always ran gassers, and a gasser is you start on one sideline, you run to the other side, you run back, you go up again, and you run back. So you're running sideline to sideline 5 times. We did about 5 or 6 of those. And the coach is screaming at us the whole time, y'all are dogging it. End zone. He screams our ass to get at the end zone. We're at the end zone doing gassers. Up there, back, up there, back. That's 500 yards for each one of them. We did about 3 of those. He's still yelling and screaming. We're dying. We're dying. It's about 95 degrees out. We're in full freaking pads. And he says, crab. If you don't know what crabbing's like, after running sprints like that, and you get on all fours with full pads on and start working your way downfield, the burn, that lactic acid in your system, your lungs feel like they have literally exploded. Your mouth is cotton. You are literally cramping up. You're dying. You're getting dizzy. You're passing. Guys were passing out, looking like roadkill. You finally got into the end zone there. You got the medical staff there throwing water on people and shit. We are literally sucking like the last breath. It ain't nothing but hot air because everybody's up here on the ground. So we're breathing everybody else's hot air. And that's when Coach Joe Przicki said, I want you to understand. I wanted you to go through this so you understand no matter how tired you are, that you always have more you can give. You know, I live my life because of that practice. My wife always said, you need to slow down. You need to stop doing stuff. I always, every single day, the reason I come out here is the end of the day, and I try and think back to, did I do enough to be a better person? Did I do stuff to help my fellow man? Did I do things to try and make life better for me tomorrow? Did I do everything I could today so I don't have to worry about it tomorrow? I'm not that bright. I ain't that good looking. But somehow, this channel keeps growing. And you know why it does? Because I don't get tired. I put in the work. I bust my ass to make sure that nobody, and I mean nobody, is going to outwork me. Tired. Tired isn't in my vocabulary. Fatigue makes cowards of us all, D-Law. Tired. That's the biggest crock of crap I've never heard. Sorry, bro. Sorry. That just don't cut it. We were tired. All right, good people. As always, let me say thank you all for being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. We're closing in on 85,000 subscribers, and I can't thank you guys enough. It has been a wonderful ride getting here, and I can't believe I'm only about 15,000 away from 100,000, and I can't thank all you guys enough. And I tell you what, instead of being tired because of all the work we've been trying to put in, keep up with Jerry Jones and all the bullshit that's happening, we gonna work even harder because we don't get tired here at the Joe Boo Sports Report. Just remember, tell the people you love how much you love them. Because life is short. Life is too short to be tired and wasting your time. Because before you know it, your time is up. And unfortunately, you didn't achieve what you wanted to achieve because you were tired. I love you guys. And God willing, I'll see you tomorrow. Tired. Give me a fat baby break. That's the biggest piece of shit I've ever heard. Tired. Come on, man. You're a pro football player. You telling me you're tired. The other guys, they weren't tired? Come on, man. Tired. God. You should be tired of getting your ass kicked all the damn time. You should be tired of losing the shit. You should be tired of hearing chumps like me talking and trashing you. That's what you should be tired about. That's the shit you should be tired about.